Hi there. Thank you very much for playing The Beginner's Guide.
You're welcome.
My name is Davey Reedon. I wrote The Stanley Parable, and while that game tells a pretty absurd story, today I'm going to tell you about a series of events that happened between 2008 and 2011. We're going to look at the games made by a friend of mine named Kota. Now, these games mean a lot to me. I met Kota in early 2009 at a time when I was really struggling with some personal stuff, and his work pointed me in a very powerful direction. I found it to be a good reference point for the kinds of creative works that I wanted to make. So just to start you off, this is, I think, the first game he ever made.
Oh,
it's
shit.
a level for Counter-Strike. You can walk around here, by the way.
Is this dust?
And mostly it's just Kota learning the basics of building a 3D environment. But what I like is that even though he starts from the simple aesthetic of a desert town, he then scatters these colorful abstract blobs and impossible floating crates around the level. And of course, it destroys the illusion that this actually is a desert town, and instead this level becomes a kind of calling card from its creator. It's like a reminder that this video game was constructed by a real person. And it kind of makes you wonder, what was going through his head as he was building this? This is what I like about all of Kota's games. I mean, not that they're all fascinating as games, but that they are all going to give us access to their creator. I want us to see past the games themselves. I want to get to know who this human being really is. And that's exactly what we're going to do here.
Okay.
So,
is that a grass wall?
2008, Kota starts making these games, and he never releases any of them. He doesn't put them onto the internet, he just makes them and then immediately abandons them, and they sit on his computer forever. And I think he really understood this image of himself as a recluse. At one point, he jokingly renamed his computer's recycling bin to Important Games Folder. So, you know, this was just how he worked. He tended to crank them out one after the other without even really pausing to try to understand what he had just made, until suddenly one day, he just stopped. In 2011, that was it. He made his last game, and then he hasn't made another one since. And that's why I've taken this opportunity to gather all of his work together, is because I find his games powerful and interesting, and I'd like this collection to reach him, to maybe encourage him to start creating again. And if the people like you who play this also happen to find his work interesting, then I'm sure it'll just send that much stronger of a message of encouragement to Kota. So thanks for joining me on this. If you have a particular interpretation that I haven't mentioned here, or if you just need to get in touch, you can email me at daveyWreden@gmail.com. Okay, that's about it for introduction. Let's take a look at Kota's first proper game.
Evening, Gav. Thank you very much for stopping by, and Ultimore Hombre,
His first one was made
and the
in
True
November
Barlord.
2008.
Appreciate you guys stopping by to watch the stream. Oh. Alright, so this is his first proper game. Yes, we're going through. What's this? Warning. Whisper machine status active. Evacuate immediately. Holy shit. Oh.
Warning. Whisper machine active. Shift to structure imminent.
Alright.
This game is called Escape from Whisper, and it's one of the more generic games you'll see from Kota.
Oh, I'm guessing that's on fire then. No fire texture. Alright, I have a gun. Anything to shoot?
Security call.
That where we're meant to be going?
Hostile alien life form inbound.
Alright,
It
weird.
kinda looks like this game was abandoned mid-development. For instance, you have this gun, which you'd think would indicate that there are supposed to be monsters or enemies somewhere, but then clearly there are no enemies anywhere.
No.
You can't
Yeah.
even reload the gun when you run out of bullets.
Can you not?
But ultimately we don't really
yeah,
know.
I'm out of
Maybe
ammo.
Kota thought that actually it was complete the way that it is. And I think that we should talk about his games for what they are, rather than for what they're not.
Enemy force neutralized. Begin chute evacuation.
Enemy force neutralized. Really? Okay. Oh,
I
that's
love
gorgeous.
how you can see the bottom of the universe from this room.
You can as well. Holy shit. But apart from that, that's a fairly beautiful starscape. But yeah. What's down here? All those 3 circles. Weird. Oh god, this is a weird corridor.
Apparently, this space
Is this a
station
fucking
has
maze?
labyrinth on it. Sure, I don't know. There's really no reason for it that I've ever been able to discern, so in the interest of time, I'm just gonna skip you on past it.
Oh no, I want to do... No, fuck you, I want to do the maze.
Or, if you'd really like to solve the labyrinth, you're welcome to do that too.
No, you know what? No. You're right, we'll just skip the labyrinth. Shit. That's probably going to take too long.
Okay, this is the part that's interesting. The game has this narrative about the whisper machine and how it has to be turned off, and then you get to the engine room.
Maybe, Jack. But like I said, I don't really know anything about this, so we'll see.
You could save us all. That beam is powering the whisper machine. We could disrupt it by introducing a great enough heat signature. If your body could stop the beam. It's so much to ask, but for all of our lives, would you do it? Could you give yourself?
What? No. No, let me back in the labyrinth. Let me back. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, well, I guess so. Just take a run and jump at it. Yay!
Let me pause here for a second. What you just experienced, stepping into the beam and then dying, is probably what Kota had initially intended when he was developing this level. But when he first compiles and plays it, something goes wrong. There's a bug somewhere. And this is what happens instead.
Alright, so this is what actually happens. Oh, I missed it. Oh, I'm floating. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit, that was a complicated labyrinth.
The beam causes you to start floating. And this is an important moment for him. Because yes, this is technically a glitch, but Kota identifies something human about it. Like how small it makes you feel in the face of this larger chaotic system. Or this floating could be the afterlife, a peaceful place, juxtaposed against all of the hysteria that you've just had to traverse. I don't even know. I have no idea what he was thinking, but what's clear is that after making this, something lodges itself in his brain. He wants to do more of these really weird and experimental designs. So he stops work on this and moves on to a stream of tiny little games that go in all sorts of directions. Let's go ahead and take a look at the first game he made after leaving this one behind.
Okay. Ah. Past was behind her. And I can't move. Okay. Oh.
Yep. In this game, you can only walk backwards.
Oh, God, really? I feel like I'm going to miss something if I only walk backwards, though. Oh.
So it's a short and relatively minimalist experiment combining motion and narrative. It is less advanced than the previous game, but actually it seems to be more focused, more complete. Kota's trying to give it a unique voice rather than simply basing it on a pre-existing trope.
Alright. To be honest, it's like Bollard was saying, even if it is all a fiction and a construct, whatnot, I think the narration and the sort of the experience is what counts with this. It's a lot like what counts with the Stanley Parable. How will she find the strength? I don't know. What's that? Oh, a nice door. Oh, no, it's gone. To confront it.
It's a short little thought, it says what it wants to say, and then it ends. Didn't need anything more than that. Which to me is why it works, because it gets out quick. Okay, next one.
Alright. You are now entering... Where's the next sign? What are we entering?
And that's it. Okay, the meaning of this game won't be clear just yet. Please be patient with me for a few more games, and I promise you'll see what makes it interesting.
Alright. Nonsense
Oftentimes,
is
Kota would put bizarre titles
nonsense
like
in
this
nearly
one at
every
the start of his
direction.
games. I wish I'd known him at the time that he was making these early games. He
Interesting.
would really only talk to me about his work as he was making it. Once he stopped work on a game, like, that was it. It was dead to him. And I don't agree with that at all, but what are you gonna do?
Alright, let's see what's up these stairs. Further up the stairs you get, the slower you get.
Once you've been slowed to an absolute crawl, the door at the top of the stairs opens.
Oh, God.
So why, if Kota's not showing these games to anyone, why bother opening the door at all?
Yes,
Well,
why?
to show you, I'm modifying the game here so that when you press enter, it'll bring you back up to full speed so you can enter the door for yourself.
I wonder if you can actually make it just at this speed, or if it eventually slows you down to absolute walk, like just to a dead stop. It'll be interesting to find out. I know the Stanley Parable was full of these little things where you would kind of do what felt like doing things wrong, and you would get like little secret things. Like I remember there was a bit in the Stanley Parable where you had to kill the stop the baby walking into the fire, and if you played that for, oh god, I don't know, however many hours, you would actually unlock some kind of secret bonus. I think it was the heaven level. I think that was the only achievement that I never did, because and the only Stanley Parable ending I never did, because, you know, who's got time to fucking sit there for 6 hours and play that ridiculous minigame. Like, I know there were probably ways of just modifying your system time to do it straight away, but, you know, who's got time for that noise as well? It looks like you can make it at crawl speed eventually, so that is interesting. Imagine amnesia backpedaling only. Holy shit, that would be scary. You'll still be climbing these stairs when you're 70. It'll take you about 1 to 2 hours to reach the top at this speed. Nah, it won't. It'll probably take about another 2-3 minutes, I would have thought. It doesn't look like it's actually slowing us down anymore, so, I mean, we will reach there eventually. Nearly there. So I know I could just hit enter and be... Oh! I accidentally pressed E. That wasn't enter, that was E. No, that's bullshit. Well, okay. Oh, this is nice. Oh, what's that? Stand on an X staring at a bear for 3 hours? Alright. You walk around talking people down from pursuing their hopes and dreams. Amazing. A button you press to stop the chaos that doesn't work. Press U to surrender. Play it as the camera filming an advertisement, walking around on set, filming whatever you like. These are all game ideas. I want to see you walk around talking people down from pursuing their hopes and dreams. That sounds like an amazing game.
Thought of him as cold or distant. He said that he knew that he was actually a vibrant and compassionate person, but that it takes time to really see that.
Ah, apparently it'll reset to the bottom if you don't press enter. The game is nothing but giant blocks of text explaining what's happening. A series of lavish manuals come with the game, giving you incorrect instructions on how to play. You are a gate! I want to play that gate simulator. Ready, set, fish. Gate simulator would be amazing. So I'm guessing in these games always have a nice look around before we go anywhere. Well, this is nice. I wonder what engine it's using. I know that Stanley Parable, I think, used Source engine. This is probably Source as well. Some of these assets look a bit familiar. Nice floor lighting there.
Well, this is new for Kota.
Oh.
It's an actual puzzle. Go ahead and see if you can solve it.
We walk into the darkness. That's as far as it goes. How about this way? Alright. Interesting. That... Ah.
Don't forget that solution, because we're going to see this puzzle again soon.
Okay.
We're going to see it a lot.
What's with the 3 dots as well? It's the second time we've seen 3 dots. We get a little bit messed up when we jiggle the camera a bit, but that's the second time we've seen those 3 dots. I know in a scientific text... Oh, we can jump. A scientific text, 3 dots means therefore. Is it? No?
So that seems to be it, right?
Ah, alright.
You walk down a corridor, you solve a puzzle, you get to the end. Simple enough. Alright, now I'm going to modify the game again so that when you press enter, it'll remove all of the walls from this room.
Alright. Holy shit! I wonder if each...
How about that? There was more to it than we had any way of knowing. I actually find it funny that this game comes after the stairs game, since they essentially convey the opposite idea. So, in the stairs game, a dull exterior concealed a rich interior. And then, in this level, a dull interior hides this fantastic outer world. Either way, I think that the point is the same, is that most of the time you don't get to know what you're missing, or even that you're missing anything.
They're all different colours.
That's not your role as a player.
Red, that's blue, that's green.
So if your role here is not to understand, then what is it?
Ours was orange, I think. That was weird. What are we on? January 2009. Oh, it's this place again. Where are we entering? You are now exiting.
Aha.
Ah, okay.
So, this, combined with the entering game from earlier, tells us that Kota believes his games are connected somehow. It could even be that the stairs game and the puzzle game are literally connected in between this and the entering game. There's a bigger picture that all of his games are meant to play a role in, some larger meaning that we won't
what the
be
back
able
of the
to
sign
grasp
says?
until we've seen all of them.
Ah.
And once we have, we can step back and start to understand what exactly that bigger picture is.
Alright. The Great and Lovely Descent. Oh, this is nice. This is the house from, oh, God. Yeah, needs more VSync. This is the house from the,
Let's talk about video game
from the
development
advertising
for a second.
stuff.
Every video game runs on what's called an engine, which determines what the game can and cannot do. So in other words, the engine is a set of tools for game development.
Oh, and I've just realised I've actually messed up a little bit on Open Broadcaster, so you guys have to bear with me 1 second. I have to change some stuff around. Shouldn't take too long. Bear with me. There we go. Save that.
To make
Right,
all
sorry
of
about
these
that.
games, Kota is using an engine called Source. Like all engines,
Alright, so it is
has
Source.
certain things that it does well, and it
Streetwise
has certain
fool.
things that it does poorly. One of the things that it does very well is boxy linear corridors.
Alright.
That's why so many of Kota's games
Is that
are
why the
set in
Stanley
these
Parable was
large,
just
flat, empty
boxy?
rooms, is just because he's working with what the engine does well.
Alright, 1.over2 is therefore, and 2.over1
The tools
is
available to
wherefore.
the creator shape what kinds of creative work they're going to end up making. You might consider paying attention to the architecture in Kota's games, to notice how they seem to stem from an engine that's very good at
Interesting.
producing linear, boxy corridors.
I don't want to go down there. I want to go along here. What's through this door? Nothing. Fantastic. Okay. Oh, wow. Holy crap. Well, this is... Evening Retro. Thank you for stopping by. Oh, shit. I don't want to die. Can I even die? Can I die? Is death an option? Oh, shit. We didn't take falling damage, so... I'm not sure if death is even an option in this. Oh, shit. But I mean, what does this even lead to? Does it... Oh, shit. Does it lead anywhere? Oof. Does it go anywhere, or will it literally just... Will I get to the bottom... Or at least sort of the metaphorical bottom of these blocks and just continue falling into the void? Looks like there's multiple paths down as well. Like, there's that twisted one there that I could have taken probably, and these blocks here, which I'm probably gonna take now. But, oh, looks like there's something down here. interesting. What is it? Ah. Very interesting. Big round stairway with a light. Oh, and it continues. Now look at the light. No, there's glass all the way around. Alright. The light is not for us. Alright, gate just opened for us. My phone is making lots of noise, so just bear with me. There we go. I was getting messages on WhatsApp from somebody. Circumflexes, I think it was. Right, let's cut. Oh, we're stuck. Can I jump up? No, we're stuck. Alright. Said, this looks like a cattle prison. Oh shit. Alright, I guess we're going this way. Oh my god, I shit myself there. No, I can't. Can I get off? No, I guess I'm going in here then.
This prison, funny enough, in Kota's original design, the doors stayed shut for a full hour before letting you go.
Well, fucking bollocks to that.
I think we're gonna skip that.
Yeah, we'll skip that. Jesus. I'm not standing there for an hour.
This is something that he and I used to argue about a lot. You know, whether a game ought to actually be playable. Whether it means anything if no one can get through it. And I would always defend that, you know, all this work goes into the game, why not make it playable and accessible? And so we just got into heated arguments over it, and there was one time that after one of these conversations, he went home, and a day or two later, he sent me a zip file entitled Playable Games that was full of hundreds of individual games, each of which was just an empty box that you walked around in and nothing else. Believe me, I played every single one of those just to find out if there was like a gag hidden somewhere. There wasn't.
No gags. Oh, two more offshoots that are exactly the same. What's this weird bar that goes across it? That have any significance? Oh yes, it's glass. Okay. It's a little bit repetitive. I don't mean repetitive as in the boring sense of repetitive. Repetitive is in the sort of the same familiar shapes and themes going throughout the level. A bit of leaking light there. Oh, we're suddenly outside somehow. Despite coming from the pub.
It's the puzzle again.
Hey, the puzzle.
The exact same solution as the last time.
I reckon there's something to do with something to do in here. Oh well, we'll just solve the puzzle.
There's still no clear indication of what makes this puzzle so special that Kota is going to return to it over and over. But I promise I'll share with you my interpretation very shortly.
Maybe he's just terrible at puzzles. Maybe he wanted to play a puzzle game, but after that first one, he didn't. Sorry, maybe he wanted to make a puzzle game, but after that first one, he couldn't think of any more puzzles because, you know, puzzle games are hard. I'm sure I saw something flash up there. That was weird. Probably just my eyes. Like artillery in World of Tanks, you're just not allowed to have fun. Yeah. Now that's weird. Oh, that's fairly cool. Hey there, did you come from up above? What was up there?
System that he fashioned out of the engine's chat capabilities. Use the 1, 2, 3 buttons on your keyboard to respond.
There was a world stamped with whiteness. That's the world above. You've been there. Now this is important. Oh, I've just realised that you won't be able to see any of this because of my webcam positioning. We'll put it up there for now. Yes, that's the world above. You've been there. Now, this is important. Did you have to get through a puzzle with 2 doors and switches? Yes, I did that. That was literally the last thing I did before coming here. No, I don't remember having to go through any puzzle. I prefer not to tell you. After all, we've only just met. Yes, I did that. It was literally the last thing I did. Again, perfect. Now, please tell us. How did you solve it? Tell us the solution. Tell us how you get to the other side. I don't remember how I solved it. I'm trying to remember, but I can't. I didn't solve it. Someone else let me in. Trust me, you don't want to go over there. I don't remember. You must think harder. Please try hard to remember. It's important that we... Can you think harder? There must be something more. Please tell us how to reach the end. Oh, God. Shut up, guys. Can I get out of here? Oh, I can. Alright, fuck you, guys. I'm out of here. Oh, no, that's weird. Oh, the door's shut. It's the same thing again. I like the way the head rotates around to speak. Hello, how did you get here? Was there a puzzle? No, I've been right here this entire time. I suggest you go and see the puzzle sometime. It's not meant to be solved, but you can sit in the black space in the middle. What happens if I solve it? Not sure, but if I have any suspicion what you'd find won't be worth what it takes to get there, you'll have another chance to solve it soon. Alright, again, I just need to quickly modify something with Open Broadcaster. There we go. I'm ready to go again. So I think I'll keep the webcam up there, actually, because it looks like the text appears in the bottom left-hand corner. So those box head guys were weird.
And so we make one last descent down to the final floor of the level.
Ooh, what will we find? Is it another puzzle? Nope. That's it.
It's a lamppost. Okay.
Oh, that's
I can't tell
really
you
it.
Quite why,
Oh,
but
fuck.
for some reason, Kota fixates on this lamppost. It's going to appear at the end of every single one of his games from here on out.
Really?
I'll tell you what I think.
That seems a bit obsessive.
I think that up to this point, you know, he's been making really strange and abstract games with no clear purpose, and maybe you can only float around in that headspace for so long. Because now he wants something to hold on to. He wants a reference point. He wants the work to be leading to something.
Alright.
He wants a destination, which is what this lamppost is. It's a destination. We're going to see it in the work as well. His games are just going to become a lot more cohesive, a lot more fully developed, with more of a clear idea behind them. And as we go, that idea will get clearer and clearer and clearer.
Okay. Looking forward to it. Why is that the only one that's dark? The one that we came from? Is that the one we came from? I don't remember. April 2009. Did I miss something? Was I not watching? Nice room, not. Fucking asshole. Did I miss a message at the beginning of this level there? I feel like I'm missing out on some vital information.
So first off, I'm sure you can deduce this, but this game is not connected to the internet.
Oh, okay.
All of the notes that you're going to see have been written by Kota. This was actually the first game of his that I ever played. This was shortly after I met him at a weekend game jam in Sacramento, where I grew up. I saw him working on this very level.
God.
And it was just so different from anything that anyone else was doing. So right away I was like, I have to be friends with this person. In retrospect, I think I was probably a bit too pushy, trying to get his attention.
God.
I was over-enthusiastic. But he was very gracious about it and very patient with me. And I cooled off eventually.
They stay white after you've seen them? Yep. What's this?
Feel free to skip
Reasonable?
over any of these notes if they're not doing anything for you. Nothing extra is going to happen if you read all of them. Either way, to me they convey a sense of loneliness. I see this person who's filled with thoughts and feelings and beliefs and has no way to express them except as scattered and unheard voices in a game that wasn't meant to be played.
Oh, I was gonna
it's ironic,
jump off the edge and I can't.
that in playing this game and seeing how alone Kota often felt, that we get to know him better and actually kind of connect with him. And I have to be honest with you, this idea is really seductive to me. That I could just play someone's game and see the voices in their head and get to know them better and have to do less of the messy in-person socializing. I could just get to know you through your work. I think this is why I always liked Kota's games so much, is because it felt like they let me have that connection. I felt as though he was inviting me personally into his world. And then I feel less lonely too.
Balls, I like that message. I want to tell you a secret. Once upon a time I did nothing. We find fun. I'm king of the world. And where was this long one? I want to read this ridiculously long one. This game is so nice, I would like it when I could. Here we go, what's this one? I just saw a flying penguin. Let me tell you, it was the most majestic thing I've ever seen. I don't feel like living because nothing will ever be as majestic as that. I never want to see again if nothing will ever be that beautiful again. I'm crying now and plan on ripping my eyes out. I must go now to do that. Sound like fucking 4chan. This place might as well be fucking 4chan. What are you saying? Alright, what the shit is this cavern? Boring. I can assure you, guaranteed, that there is an acorn somewhere here in this place, and the sailors are looking for it. Okay. Whatever you say, mate. Lots of invisible walls. Hey guys, just looking for someone to talk with. I refuse to believe. But, best message so far. Although balls is pretty good. I need to go to the frickin' bathroom. Well, just go, dude. No one's stopping you. Recognize me, please. There's nothing here. Go back. Don't listen to that guy. God, there's a lot of messages. A free t-shirt. I'll have a free t-shirt. Makes game. Includes door. Cannot open door. Thanks. Open sesame. Yeah. Door how open. Need other side door, why you so? Someday I will meet the person who made this. I help people because of the internal good feeling I get. Oh my fucking god. Right, we're just gonna plow through these to turn them all white. Just to say that we have. Not actually gonna read them because there's too many. Yeah, it's another one of those fuck this moments. Like when we were playing Elite Dangerous the other day and realised how long the hut and run was going to take, and we were like, no, you know what? Fuck that. Can I commit suicide off the edge of here? No. Oh wow, that's a nice bit of abstract art. Have we turned those all white? We have. There'd probably be some kind of... I don't know... some kind of insight into the personality and mind of the guy that would probably be getting if we'd read every single one of these messages. More of sort of an unconscious thing, I think. I don't think we would consciously necessarily be aware of it, but it would sort of build up in our subconscious, sort of an idea about how he talks and what his kind of values are. But you know what? We're not going to read it because look how fucking many they are. Let's read this one. Basically impossible to not activate any. Stop faking it. You stop fucking faking it. You big fat phony. You love the painting? I'll tell you what. Take your screenshots, everybody. If you want a screenshot of the painting, that is the time to get it. That's fairly beautiful. Quite a nice painting. Oh, there we go. I'll do one more close-up. There you go. If you want a close-up screenshot, there's the time to do it. It's actually quite nice. The more I look at that, the more I like it. And it conveys the jumble and messiness of all these messages as well. I've been told this game takes about an hour and a half to play, so I don't know what we're going to do after we've gone through the whole thing, whether we're going to play a different game or just call it a night for the stream. I guess we'll see how we're feeling. How you guys are feeling once we've finished this.
At the end of this level, we're going to see the puzzle again. And here, I'll tell you what I think the puzzle means. Each of these games represents an idea that was on Kota's mind at the time that he was making it. And the puzzle is a way of closing the door on a previous chapter of his life before moving on to the next one. In each of his games, after exploring a theme that, he might find difficult, Kota can then place this puzzle that he knows has a reliable solution, he understands exactly how it works, and so it gives him a simple mechanism for moving on. And because there's this dark area between the doors, a space between spaces, before you move on, you get to pause. Just for a moment, a few seconds to reflect on and let go of the events that led you here. To step back and connect the pieces together. To grasp at that elusive bigger picture.
There is no second switch. No. Maybe he's just really bad at making puzzles. And that's all he got. He came up with that and was like, nah, done. God, the noise. What's up with the stream? Retro Hombre? Ultimo, sorry. Did I miss, let me just take a quick look at chat. What did I miss? About the, stuttering for quality reasons. I can't watch YouTube because of their legal bullshit. Yeah, obviously with not being a Twitch partner, I don't get quality options right from the start. So, yeah, I am streaming on a lower... How do you leave the notes? I like that. I don't get quality options right from the start. I am streaming in a lower quality than normal, so I thought that might be enough to fix it, but... Are you there? Please say something. It can be anything. I just need you to say something. Talk to me. Why are you having so much difficulty talking? Speak, 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 speak.
Okay, this one is tough. It's gonna kind of just spin its own wheels for a few minutes. Hang with it.
Alright. Looks nice, though. Bit well. Nice little apartment. Bit plain, but okay. I like the music. It's very energetic. Is that a door, or is it just... Couldn't we have crossed over our own view by now? Maybe, maybe not. Oh, we're in the well.
See, this is it. The whole game. And there's nothing that's particularly interesting about it. You just walk to the end of a hallway.
Alright.
Except, for some reason, Kota gets really fixated on this prison that has all of this modern furniture. And I don't know why, but he decides he needs to revisit this prison. He's gonna start over, use the same assets, turn it into something else. Okay,
alright.
Cool. Here's version 2.
Well, it's not really the same assets, is it? What furniture ought to go in the center of the room? Put a giant hole in the ground. That's the table. That's not a hole. Okay, now what about the wall of the room? Let's put a huge picture of a horse. I'd like a washing machine. 10 stoves lined up all along the wall. 10 stoves? Definitely. Not 2 chairs, 10 stoves. Come on. I think we should light up this room a bit. A skylight, full ceiling window. Let's open this baby up. I'm thinking 10 times 12 recessed electric 6-in soft LED ceiling lights with fluorescent trim. We'll put live Tesla coils in each corner. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Oh. Okay. So, just absolutely... and a table. I've already got a table. It's just doing the opposite. Who are you? Where exactly are you doing this from? I'm pretty sure none of my choices are making any difference. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
There's a bit more to this one, but still, it's not really communicating anything. It's kind of just weird for weirdness' sake.
Where's my 10 stoves? Oh, it's a maze of furniture.
So, okay,
amazing.
He throws it out and starts over. This time he comes at the prison idea from a different direction.
Hello, please walk forward. There's nothing else, so okay. This guide will enable you to escape any prison environment. Follow the instructions carefully. Take care that you remember each step. First, click on this table. Good. Go over to the photo frame and click to turn it slightly. Now turn the floor lamp in this room off, then turn it back on. Now go to the left side of the sofa and move it a little bit. This sofa? Yeah. Finally, touch the shelves. Touch. That's it. In a real prison, the escape will now open. Return to the start to be taken back to your prison. Okay, interesting. And then do I have to do all that thinking of it?
And of course, now the table is gone and you can't begin the chain of events to escape.
GG, Kota.
Here's a version
Fucking
where there
troll.
are no bars, but you can't actually get to the well. And then a version where the inside of the prison is the outside and the outside is the inside.
That's pretty
Let
awesome.
me just blink you real quick through a few more of these. I mean, he really unloaded on this prison idea. There's nearly a dozen of them. Personally, I think it's awful to watch this. To see a person basically unraveling through their work. And for what? Like, at what point do you just go, maybe there are game ideas other than this prison that I could be working on? But Kota doesn't have that voice telling you to stop. That particular mechanism of
blocks.
defense against yourself. Without it, you just spiral.
Oh, I want to get on the blocks.
Going and going and going and going. And then he hits on something. And he likes it. And that's it.
Alright.
He's done. He stops making prisons.
What
This
does
is
he
the
make?
very last version of the prison game that he created. And the reason I think it works is that the prison is not actually in it.
Yeah. That's the lamppost, which signifies the end of his levels. Yeah. This isn't really a prison level then, is it? It's just more of a level. When we're going to go on an excellent adventure. Am I now stuck? Hello, who is this? Hey, it's me. I'm you from after you escaped the prison. Alright. You and me? Yes. So you were trapped in this prison too? Yep, I'm in the furniture maze.
It's a conversation.
I'm in the escape
And
tutorial.
so this is what Kota wants, is to be able to talk to someone, to share what's on his mind, and to get some good advice from someone who knows. But the irony is that even in this scenario, you're still talking to yourself. You know, all of these games so far are Kota talking to himself.
Alright. Only a few minutes. Definitely does seem like depression. Can I tell you how to get out? Maybe I can come find you. What do I have to do? To get out, you need to tell me how you feel right now. Just talk with me for a bit. How do you feel? What? That will free me. How does that work? Listen, you can't know until you're out, but I promise it works. Just tell me how you feel. It will make sense. This is strange. Okay, I feel afraid that nothing will ever change. Go on. And that's it.
I can see why he considers this a fitting conclusion to the prison games.
Yeah.
After all of the obsession and frustration, just to be told by someone you can trust that things are going to be okay. Wouldn't that be nice?
Wouldn't it be nice if we were older? August
So what would
2009.
it look like if Kota wanted to make a game about talking to someone other than himself?
Okay. Nice bit of snow.
To me, this environment is meant to represent Kota's puzzle, with the two doors on either side and a dark transitional space between.
Alright, to me it looks like... Oh, no, no, no. Oh. I want to go up there. To me it looks a bit like Inception. Oh! Fuck me! Jesus Christ. Well, my goodness, I'm glad as all heck that you showed up. Thought I might be having to clean this entire house all by myself, and right miserable that would have been. Everyone
You'll
knows...
notice that the quality of the art is a step up from previous games, including this new and improved chat system, which he started using from this point on. From here on out, he begins putting much more effort into the visual polish of his work, and this particular game took 2 months to create as a result.
Are we cleaning this whole place? That's the story, little one. Really? Do we have to? Not just... You not just clean it? Oh. Quite a nice house, though. That's a story, little one. Oh, don't worry now. We'll be through this mess in no time. I promise you'll wish there was more. Why don't I finish up here? In the meantime, you can clean the table. Clean the table, okay? Much nicer. The table I want to see. Now, would you please run to the bedroom and make the bed? Where was the bedroom? Oh, see it. Alright. While you're in there, why don't you straighten out the rug a bit? Okay. Do you enjoy being a housekeeper? Or a house cleaner? Well, I don't enjoy it so much as I need it. While I'm working, I feel kind of calm, that rests in the pit of my ribcage. My soul just can't be soothed any other way, it seems, which I guess is all that matters. Oh, and a tidy couch. Would you straighten the pillows on the sofa out there? Right. Lovely. Oh dear, looks like someone spilled a drink on the couch. No. Yes. Not the couch though, that's the table. I feel compelled to share an incredibly cheesy personal insight. You okay with that? Make it especially cheesy. No. No, it was stupid. Sorry, never mind. Okay. Hey, the dishes need to be washed. Why don't you go do that? Last I checked, the tub needed cleaning. How about you scrub it as best you can? Ah, there is something fairly relaxing about this. No need to be perfect, we're all just human. And there's still books scattered on the floor of the bedroom. If so, would you put them back on the shelf? And there's papers. Ah, alright, the bathroom's... I suppose there is, isn't there? Lovely, organised, alphabetical. Perfect! Now then, how about you come clean the dishes off the table?
After
What?
the intense set of prison games, this house cleaning level almost feels like cleansing. It's
I've
the
just done
moment
this.
after a particularly difficult or traumatic experience where you just need to let it sit and digest inside of you, and eventually cohere into something meaningful.
If you're finding the work hard, maybe you have a bit of housekeeping to do before you come to work. Ha! And here I go with another lecture, of course I would. Don't you worry about all that nonsense for
I know
now,
that
just
Kota really
smooth
liked
out the
this
rug
game.
in the bedroom.
Of all of his work, actually, this was the only one that he called me up to ask me to come over and look at it. This was during a period of a few months where he was, like, grossly happy, all the time. Just walked around with a constant smile on his face.
So we're literally just cleaning up everything that we've just cleaned. When I said I had a really cheesy thought, I was going to say it occurs to me that one's house is a lot like one's soul. You take care of it and it takes care of you. Don't worry. Don't know why I felt so weird about saying that. I get it. That's a weird thing to say to someone you just met. That's a weird thing to say. Anyway, so housekeeping. Yes. Let's keep doing this. Do we have to? More books. What next? Is the bed gonna magically mess itself up?
I'm glad he made this. I'm glad he found some peace.
Question.
But of
Do you
course,
enjoy this?
It can't
Oh.
last. The music stops, your companion is gone, it's time to leave. The door at the top of the hill is now open as well.
Okay.
Again, you can't stay in the dark space for too long. You just can't. You have to keep moving. It's
All right.
how you stay alive.
Twin Peaks. God, there's something I haven't seen for a long time. Oh, the lamppost. We won.
Which is the whole point of the puzzle doors, right? That sooner or later you have to pick up and move. I really thought that was the point of it.
September 2009. Items you love
one
at
gets
members
a
only
big boost.
prices. Why did you come here today? Was it to improve your life? Was it to get a better job? Was it to make your relationships more meaningful? No. You came here to become perfect. Did I? I'm the only one here. Oh shit, no, I've moved. Workshop was going to teach you how to be perfect. I want your friends, the people in your life, to look at you and think, wow, this person is a better human being than I am. Right now, who do you think about that way in your own life? Who do you know who is so well developed as a person that they make you feel disgusted with yourself? Compared to whom you feel useless, selfish, ungrateful. I intend to make you into that person. Oh god. Perfection is within your grasp. And the question is, how do we do it? But how do we do it effortlessly? This is easy. It is so easy. It's so easy.
About halfway through the game, the
Being
perspective
perfect is
shifts.
effortless. Oh, fuck. This is the key. How do I achieve
You
it with
play
no
as
effort?
the teacher. And suddenly, you discover that your teacher is just as bigoted and afraid as you are.
Yeah.
Oh, and also you can move around the classroom now.
Kids should not follow their dreams. I'm guessing I'm supposed to select the yellow ones. Drinking is not hurting my life yet. Can I? Well, I can't exactly move around the classroom, can I? Because oh, there's a guy there who's listening. Didn't notice him. Do you understand that you won't be happy until you love me? I'm developing a cyst. Gross. Yeah. Ha 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 ha. Just kidding. What if I'm not a good teacher? Nothing. No one. This is
I felt pretty
weird.
hard for this one. I feel like it's one of the most relatable experiences
Affection.
that you can have. To assume that some other person is perfect and totally fulfilled in every way, and completely miss all
Let
of
me
the
out.
little flaws that make them painfully human.
Let me out.
I think about this game a lot these days.
January 2010. Oh, those weird
This
shelves
one took a
again
lot
that you
longer than all
couldn't.
the others for Kota to make.
Oh no, they're
It was
glass.
4 months between this and the last one. That's twice as long as it took him to make any other game before this. And it's not like it's particularly
Stage.
complex. So I remember I found that a little strange at the time.
Graphics are definitely improving on these games. Stage. It's fairly big though. Oh, can we climb up here? not a real ladder. Or maybe I don't have real legs. Right, this one. Nope. Oh well. I guess it's unavoidable. Guess we take to the stage. Yeah. There's stuff up there. Maybe it took 4 months to make just because I had... Oh, fuck! Because of how big it is. Jesus. Right, the performance is beginning. Places, please. In this scene, you'll be playing as me. There's nobody here. We are gathering of professionals. First, you'll start leaning against this wall. Which wall? Oh, okay. And lean, lean, lean. Anything? Good. Stay right there. Oh, it's a fake wall. Okay. The woman across the room. Oh, shit. In this chair is a professional photographer of animals. It's your dream to photograph animals professionally. This is your one chance to learn something from her. To gain something to succeed. Go on, say something to her. Where is the bathroom? What are you doing? You're deflecting. You're not saying what's actually on your mind. Stop dancing around it and have a conversation with this person. Do it again. Here are all of my hopes and dreams. No, that's not what I said to her at all. Oh, she's wise. Happy. Focused. Successful. And what's the top one? Blank. I was reserved, but I knew what I wanted. I was confident. For some reason, it was just that one moment, but I was confident. Oh, shit, what's going on now? Yeah, I'll give you some props to work with. These cones that bounce when you touch them will represent the people nearby. Now talk to her again. You must have worked really hard to get where you are. You're messing it up. Messing it all up again. Am I? You'll freak her out if the conversation gets that personal that quickly. Do you realise how important this was for me? I'll never get another opportunity like this again. I'm sorry, dude. I want to try something. Try stepping back from the stage. Shit. And there's our lamppost. Interesting. Alright. Fuck the stage. Okay, yes. Now this is working.
With this eerie premonition of what's going to happen next in Kota's life. The solution to social anxiety, to fears of having to perform and having to chase success, the answer for Kota is to withdraw, to hide himself away. Which is what leads to scenarios like the stairs that slowed you down several games ago, where it just becomes harder and harder to access Kota's inner landscape because he keeps retreating. He just keeps backing away from possible connections to anyone other than himself. And to be honest, I didn't consider it very healthy when I first played this game. You know, it looked to me like he was trying to justify the idea of just disconnecting yourself from the world. And that wasn't what I wanted for him or for his games. Because I feel like a lot of his games are inviting me to connect with this person, to bring him closer.
Alright, that's fucking
what
weird.
Can you do? After this, Kota went off and took another 5 months to make a new game.
June 2010. Mobius trip. To play this game properly, you must keep your eyes closed. Click to begin the game. I ain't gonna keep my eyes closed. Blind. What's going on? Help, I'm blind. Something enormous just appeared on the radar. How do you know? We're all blind. Please, someone talk to me. I'm blind. Can't you do something to fix this? Be quiet and help me find the shields. Oh, fuck. It's a big door. Well, that was weird. SS Whisper.
You should probably open your eyes if you haven't already. It's pretty much impossible to solve otherwise. And there is a solution, by the way.
Alright. I'll just go around and click on shit. Am I going to be killed by that giant door? Probably. I think we all just got killed by that giant door. Who is this though? This guy says something. Didn't say blind on him. Research. What's going on? There was a giant door and then my vision went black. Alright. Truth! The only way to stop this is to speak something that is honest. I'm bursting with creative energy! Ah, that isn't truthful. Oh, fuck. Help, I'm blind. Well, I guess we'll just say something deeply embarrassing. I can't keep making these. My work is always fun. Yes, that's it. That's the truth. This was weird.
Like I said, I was getting concerned. First off, he's never been this explicit in his work about exactly what he's thinking. So where's that coming from? But then even weirder, his work has potentially stopped being an outlet for him. Not like he's having trouble iterating on ideas, but he literally just can't think of new ideas anymore. And in person, he was being a lot more distant than usual. Like, you know how sometimes a person will just deflect anything that you say in order to keep themselves disconnected all the time? It was that kind of thing. Here was the point in my relationship with Kota where I really started to wonder if he needed my help in some way. His games are going to get more desperate from here on out.
Alright.
After this game, it's almost 6 months before he finishes something new.
December 2010. Where am I? Oh. Oh. Looks pretty. Ah, except we're on a tiny island. Where'd this island come from? Oh, more islands. Is that a person? How lovely. Been a long time since I talked to anyone. What's wrong? You look lost. Where's my island gone? When I try to create, I feel empty. Music's a bit weird. There was a machine that kept me going and it stopped. I'm trying to find this engine that used to protect me to start it again. I don't know what to say. This seems deeply personal to this dude, and I ain't this dude. Wait, you're looking for a machine. I think I know where it is. It isn't far, is it not? Well, give me a clue. Oh, what? Tell me of this machine.
If the last game featured Kota talking explicitly about his creative frustrations, this one turns it up to 11. Now, put yourself in my shoes, players.
I can take you to it.
Here's a friend.
There's a
whose
problem.
Work is exhibiting signs of struggle, frustration, anxiety, depression, even. And yet, still, he keeps making games. He keeps throwing himself into the grinder even when he clearly doesn't have the energy for it anymore. Why? What is it for? Because from my perspective at the time and just what I knew of him, this was a result of how isolated he was. He was in his own little bubble, just sitting at his computer all day, not really showing these games to anyone, not releasing them onto the internet, and so
the island looks like a vagina.
Anyone outside of himself to connect with. He had no outlet to ground himself on.
Okay, now what? Why is this thing finding it so difficult to solve this simple-ass puzzle?
You can't talk yourself out of loneliness. it doesn't work that way. You can't be the one writing both the questions and the answers. Then there's no movement. Then there's no circulation. If all of your anxieties are being channeled into your work, then if the work ever fails, you have no backup and you're just going to crash.
There's no machine here. Sounds like there's someone crying as well. Yes, Mixer. I am using Restream to stream to both YouTube and Twitch at the same time. Appears to be working fine for me right now, so I'm not sure. What am I doing? You have to say trust me, you'll see it. You have to say that your work is fun and easy. You have to say that game development is simple and joyous and that you love it 100% of the time. Okay. Ah, that feels wonderful. Yeah, but it's probably not true. But it wasn't true. Don't worry about it. Just keep talking. Keep saying the creation is easy. When I make games, I feel I'm constantly excited. Yeah. Alright, weird. Yes, that's wonderful. Keep going.
This game at the time that he made it, it looked really unhealthy to me. I was watching him do this to himself, and I hated it. I hated seeing him so proud. It's like, video games are not worth this amount of suffering. This is someone I really cared about. And I used to get so much joy out of seeing him create. For him to suddenly become angry and frustrated like this, it was the worst thing for me.
This is just weird.
I don't know. This is what I felt at the time. I don't know how else to explain it. I wanted it to stop more than anything. I had never felt so rotten. I needed more than I had ever needed anything for this to stop.
Weird. This is so fucked up.
But it didn't stop.
No?
After
Okay.
finishing this one, Kota takes another 7 months and comes up with a new game.
Right. What we got now? May 2011. The Machine. It's the Happiness Machine. Alright, it's a guard. Mom, glad to see you've arrived safely. We've captured the machine. It's waiting for you now. You can begin the interrogation whenever you like. I intend to be quick. Can I... Very good. Just be warned that someone called the press, so we might have a bit of attention on this one. Also, one more thing that you should know about the machine. It calls itself Kota. Ah, okay. Fair enough. Oh, fuck me. Press. Shit. Alright. This is Kota. Oh, the 3 dots.
And of course, it's the machine.
Of course it is. Wow, this noise. Those people out there, can you imagine what pain you've put them through? It was only because of your creations that any of us could make it through every day. How could we possibly go back to trusting you to do this job? I've been so alone. Is this place getting brighter? Apologize for leaving me. No? Nothing? Think carefully, I know how to hurt you. I have seen the thing you fear. Think carefully, I know how to hurt you. Alright then, I will apologize to the people on your behalf. Oh, shit. More press. My friends. It falls on me to deliver bad news. The machine will not apologize to us. The machine refuses to admit that it deliberately hurt us. Refuses to apologize. But this is not important. We are stronger than it thinks. We will find a way to live without it. We do not need its games. Let us pay it retribution. Let us show it what that we are not failures. Follow me, we will destroy the machine. Follow me, we will destroy everything that the machine has created. Yep, everything the machine's created we will destroy. Don't destroy the machine, because that's still a man. Oh, it's the stage. Very well lit this time. Oh, fuck. Oh, and I have a gun. Anyone to shoot? No? Nobody? What's off to the side?
Remember, you can click to fire the gun.
Ah. Oh, fuck. We can't literally destroy everything that he created. Shit. Oh, well. Fuck you, Kota. Fuck you. At least we're not smashing up the machine. I wonder if I'd selected to smash the machine. That's what we would be doing right now.
So now the work is becoming self-destructive. And I'll tell you, at the time that I first played this game, shortly after he made it, here's what I'm thinking to myself. I'm thinking that Code is stuck in his own head, and that it's having a very negative effect on him, and that all he needs to do is just start showing his work to people, to get some actual feedback on his games. It might get him out of isolation.
Oh, God.
So, as I'm thinking this, I realize that I could be the one to initiate it. Because it would never occur to Kota to start actively soliciting feedback, so what if I did it for him? If he could see the difference it would make to have more actual conversations with other human beings, would that bring him out of his mental spiral? Would it give
maybe.
him confidence in himself? Would it bring meaning back into his work?
Yeah, at least he finally figured out how to make a gun that didn't just stop shooting when it ran out of bullets. This is just one man's quest to get better at Source Engine, really, isn't it?
So I started showing Kota's work to people.
Okay.
I took this one, and the islands which you just played, the theater, the notes, the house cleaning game, and some of the prison escape games. I brought them to people that I knew and trusted. I asked their opinions. And the great part is that they really loved his games. You know, the point of it all was just to give
Just
him
the
some
door
external
again.
reference point, but they genuinely loved his work. There was nothing for him to be afraid of.
Alright. The machine is talking to us.
Can you
Knife
see
shot?
why I felt like this was the right thing to do? Because it's the thing that I always feel like I need, to be told that my work is good, that I am good. When someone really connects with a thing that I've made, when they see themselves purely in my work, there's nothing that feels better. And I got to give that very same feeling to my friend.
Can't
I
move.
did something... I really felt like I'd done something good, like I was a good person. I felt like there was a friend who was in trouble and was unhappy and maybe didn't like themselves, and I could fix it. If I could give him this gift, maybe I could fix the problem. When they told me how much they enjoyed his games, it was the best feeling. It was the absolute best feeling. It made me feel so happy.
Yeah, but how did it make
So
him feel?
Beautifully, beautifully happy.
Yep.
So anyway, Kota finishes this game, and then really he just kind of takes off for a while. So this is June of 2011, and I didn't hear anything from him for several weeks, I guess.
Right.
And so out of nowhere, one day I get an email, and it's got a private link to a new game of Kota's. This one is called The Tower. And to my knowledge, it's the last game that Kota ever made.
Alright.
So let's take a look.
June 2011, The Tower. Let's see what this is all about then. The last game he ever made. Music's fairly ominous.
And this is where I have trouble saying anything meaningful about Kota's work. Because more than anything else, The Tower just feels distant. It feels like it's trying to distance itself from the world. It's a very cold game.
Is it even really a game? You know, this guy keeps referencing all these games that Kota makes, but to be honest, I haven't really seen any games that he's made. Not a single one of these could traditionally be classified as a game. It's just a collection of art with some words. Is it really actually a game, or is it just a piece of art that he's made? I'm dubious.
This room actually has a maze in it.
Is it? Oh, fuck.
Except that all the walls of the maze are invisible.
Oh, are you
And then
kidding?
every time you touch one of the walls, there's this awful flashing and noise. So the experience is really miserable. The game goes beyond not being meant to be played. It actually seems to despise the player for trying to play it at all. But I do want to show you the rest of the level, so when you're ready to continue, press enter and I'll put a bridge over the maze.
Yes, I'm ready, because that is bullshit. I suppose having amazing could technically constitute it as being a game, because there is something for you
And
to
to
do.
be fair, it's not like this is the first game that's needed some modification to be playable. Like the house cleaning game. You know, that one used to actually loop the cleaning chores and you just cleaned a house forever. I had to cut it off so that you could exit the house and the game would actually end. But that game had an idea that it was actually trying to communicate. What's the deeper idea behind the invisible maze?
I guess the deeper idea is fuck you. You're trying to play my game.
The only way past this challenge is to randomly guess the 6-digit code. Like the invisible maze, it's frustrating to me, because it's the opposite of everything else that Kota has made. It doesn't encourage thought or engagement. It doesn't ask anything of me, except a lot of my time. If I could have reached him during this time, then maybe I could have asked him, but I couldn't. I still don't really understand why this is here. I'll put the code on the ground for you here, though, so that we can move on.
Okay, thank you. So 151617. 151 6 1 7. Okay. Just a quick word of warning though, this doesn't look like it's going to have the same replay value as the Stanley Parable that had lots of multiple endings and whatnot. This looks like it's kind of a one-shot and you're done kind of deal.
The switch to open this door is actually on the other side of the door, meaning that it's literally impossible to solve from this side. So even if you somehow brute forced your way through the first 2 challenges and you got to this point, there's actually just no way to progress. And it's scary for me, the idea of Kota cutting himself off entirely, just saying, you know, that's it, that's the end of the conversation, not giving me any way to fix the problem.
Yeah, it's just kind of like, well, we're done.
I guess, when I can't fix the problem. But I can open this door for you, so let me do that.
Yeah, there's the switch. Son of a bitch. Oh well.
Was I a failure for not understanding this game? I mean, I don't know why I would be. It's
Maybe.
not like everything needs to have a solution, but I feel it somehow. I feel like I failed. and I don't understand why.
Oh, all these little
I
bits that
remember,
we saw
it's
actually
June
lead somewhere.
2011. I'm playing this for the very first time. And as I'm playing, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know this person. I have no idea who this person is. It wasn't the guy I knew, it wasn't my friend. I had come to so many conclusions from looking at all of his work up to this point, and then suddenly none of them... I had been trying to, though. That was the thing. For years I was trying to get to know him, to understand who he actually was and what he stood for.
Vertical.
I asked him so many times to please just tell me what his games mean to him. I asked him please to tell me what the 3 dots mean. And he wouldn't.
It's a random bit of texture there. Is that where we came from? I think it is. Nice pink light. Oh, a little bit lost there. Are we still climbing?
I just felt so strongly that if I could have connected with him, that if I could have somehow made his work my own, that I would finally be once and for all happy. It was that I needed to see myself in someone else. I needed to be someone other than me. But he stopped and left. And it felt somehow like I had failed.
Is this guy still alive, or has he committed suicide? There's an actual choice, or do they both go to the same place? I think they probably both go to the same place. I feel like we're getting near the end now.
Where did I screw up?
You didn't screw up, did you? Dear Davey, thank you for your interest in my games. I need to ask you not to speak to me anymore. Wow.
I'm the reason that you stopped making games, aren't I? It's
That's
because of what I did.
really fucking weird.
I poisoned it for you.
There's just something so profound about that big grey wall. What a way to tell someone to fuck off.
I don't think I ever told you this, but when I took your work and I was showing it to people, it actually felt... it felt as though I were responsible for something important and valuable.
I wonder at times whether you think I am making these games for you.
And the people who played them, they treated me like I was important. They really listened and cared about what I had to say. Even though I was showing your work,
let me read it.
I felt good about myself. Finally. For a moment, while I had that, I liked myself.
You've so infected by personal space that it's impossible... it's possible I did begin to plant solutions in my work somewhere, hidden between games. If there was an answer, a meaning, would it make you any happier? Would you stop taking my games and showing them to people against my wishes? Giving them something that is not yours to give, violating the one boundary that keeps me safe. Why on earth do you make games then, if you don't want people to see them? Would you stop changing my games? Stop adding lampposts to them. What? Have you added the lampposts? Would you simply let them be what they are?
I didn't have anything left to show people. I just had to be with myself. And as soon as that happened, there was no feeling at all. Nothing. Less than nothing. What does that mean?
When I am around you, I feel physically ill. You desperately need something and I cannot give it to you. I literally do not have it. Is this guy Kota? Struggling to come up with new ideas is not making me depressed. Low points are just a part of the process. The fact that you think I am frustrated or broken says more about you than about me. I realise that this doesn't make sense to you just yet. Which is fine, you're not my problem to solve. But I do hope that one day it clicks and that you make peace with this thing that you are wrestling.
I'm afraid that I did something really stupid because I don't like myself.
And when you finally see what I'm talking about, don't say anything. Oh, and there's no switch.
That's why I'm releasing this collection of your work. Is because I haven't been able to find any other way to reach you. I've tried everything. And so a part of me has hope that if I put this compilation out into the world, and if I put my name on it, that maybe enough people will play it so that it'll find its way to you, so that I can tell you that I'm sorry. I know I screwed up. If I apologize to you truly and deeply, will you start making games again? Please. I need to feel okay with myself again. And I always felt okay as long as I had your work to see myself in. I mean, is something wrong with me? Because I know that I did an awful thing, and I'm doing it again right now. Like, I'm showing people your work, but I can't stop myself from doing it. That's how badly I need to feel something again, like I'm an addict. There has to be something wrong with me. Can I apologize? What if I tell you I was wrong? Will that work? Will that fix it? I don't know. I don't think it will, but there's nothing else that I can do. Just tell me what you want. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please, start making games again. Please help me. Please give me some of whatever it is that makes you complete. I want whatever that wholeness is that you just summoned out of nothing and you put into your work. You were complete in some way that I never was. And I want to know I want to know how to be a good person. I want to know how not to hate myself. Please. I'm fading, and all I want is to know that I'm going to be okay.
Fuck. This guy. Jesus. Epilogue. What was all that whole thing about? Stop adding lampposts to my games. So yeah. Is that it? Roll credits? Oh, there's a way out there.
More love, more praise, more people telling me that I'm good. Always more. It's like a disease.
Oh. Really no windows though? There are windows on the outside. Can we just sit down? No. Why is this one lit up? Just because of Source's janky light system? Maybe. Weird.
Solution.
Well, that's strange.
I guess if someone had told me ahead of time that he just really enjoyed making prison games, maybe I wouldn't have thought he was so desperate.
Maybe.
I wouldn't have told so many people that he was depressed. Maybe he just likes making prisons.
Maybe. Now you've ruined it for him.
Even now, the disease is telling me to stop. Don't show people what a shitty person you are. They'll hate you.
What disease? No. I thought it might be a mirror. Are we trapped underneath something? Strange.
If I knew that my life depended on finding something to be driven by other than validation, what would that even be?
I don't know.
It's strange, but the thought of not being driven by external validation is unthinkable. Like, I actually cannot conceive of what that would be like.
This is very strange. Well, I'm guessing this Davy made these extra levels. Right, they all lead to the same place. Guess I've got to stop
What
thinking
now?
like Stanley Parable.
I think I need to go.
Yeah, that's
And-
probably for the best.
I'm sorry, because I know that I said that I would be here and I would walk you through this, but I'm starting to feel like I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot that I need to make up for, and so I'm
Just gonna go.
just gonna...
Bye.
Okay.
We can take it from here, don't worry. Well, there's certainly something. A lot of big open space with no narration. Have a look up here and see what we can find. That's weird. Gonna be a drop down into something. Yep. Alright. We'll see what's down here. Whee! Alright, we're on a slowly rising floor. Building the suspense and the tension to find out what's in there. It's just a corridor. Gonna keep going up? No, it's gonna stop. And then we'll be back in that weird train station. It's just gonna loop forever. I feel like that would be a bit of a shitty way to end it. There needs to be a definite, you're done now, bye-bye! Nah, it's not gonna loop it. We're gonna have a big, long corridor. Can we go faster by jumping? Oh. This isn't Minecraft, you can't sprint jump. Interesting sound effects, and then we're gonna get the death beam again. Nice way to end it, the way we started it. It's a lovely death beam. Gonna rise slowly into the sky. Slam to black. Roll credits. Game over. Oh wow. That is quite the maze. Well, I think that's it. It does seem fairly pretentious, but that's fairly cool as well. I wonder if this really is the end now.
Turn back.
Or R.
Turn back from this cave. You said, let me.
This project would not have been possible without the following individuals. Well, I think while we roll credits, I might take a very quick break to use the toilet, because we've been streaming for almost 2 hours. So what we'll probably do, because it's still fairly early, I didn't want to stream most of the night, so I'll take a very quick break now while the credits roll. You can talk about the game amongst yourselves in chat, and when we come back we will play something else. So bear with me, and I will be right back, guys.